And we are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Steel City Sports Report, where we talk all things Steelers, Penguins, and Pirates. Today we are live watching, reacting to, and analyzing in real time the biggest matchup of the year so far for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And really, this is the biggest matchup in this rivalry's history in the last 5 years. I'm talking about the Baltimore Ravens versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two of the top teams in the NFL butting heads today in what is a, jam-packed full of notes and tidbits and little bits of hate everywhere. Let's start with the Steelers coming off of a thrilling comeback victory over the Washington Commanders last week, 28-27. Quarterback Russell Wilson, he didn't have his best game, but he got the job done. That shows how much of a veteran he is and his savviness. He can go out and he can have a very Kenny Pickett-esque stat line. I believe he only had 48 yards passing in the first half of last weekend's game, but yet he comes through 3 touchdown passes, one to Pat Freiermuth, one to George Pickens, and one to Mike Williams, which was the game winner. So spreading to his top 3 targets on offense here. But, that shows, once again, his veteran ability to, when you're not having your best day, to come through in the clutch. Running back room, Najee Harris and Jaylen Warren both aren't 100%. Najee Harris had a foot injury in the Commanders game. He did finish. He was only out for a couple of plays or so, but was limping really bad on it. I don't think he had I think he was only, resting in the early portions of the week like he normally does for practices. And as for running back Jaylen Warren, he popped up on the injury report with a back issue, and it was questionable whether he would play here today. They did elevate running back Jonathan Ward from the practice squad as a precaution. They were going to test him out pregame. The test went well. Warren is in. Ward is out. Wide receiver Mike Williams, he will be getting a bigger role today in his second game as a Steeler, and deservingly so. You make the most out of the 9 snaps you played against the Washington Commanders, and you get the game-winning score off of it on a really difficult catch, as I might add. Russell Wilson moonball, he's great at that. Williams being one of the best downfield deep threat receivers in the league, in my opinion, doing what he does there. Tight end Pat Freiermuth, like I said, had a touchdown last weekend. I believe he's warming up. I expect a big second half from him. He caught that touchdown pass. I think that is, the start of the snowball going downhill. So hopefully he can continue that success. And I think he might have a big day going up the middle of the field on this Ravens secondary, which is suspect at best. On defense, no Alex Highsmith today for the Steelers. He is out with an ankle injury. It's a week-to-week ankle sprain, which, thank God, it's just that, because that was an ugly injury he suffered against the Commanders. So it will be left up to TJ Watt, the returning Nick Herbig, and Preston Smith. Watt, of course, at left outside linebacker, Herbig starting at right, but I expect Preston Smith to rotate in on both sides. So it'll be interesting to see how that 3-man rotation works and how they hold up throughout the game. Really, that front 7 of the Steelers defense, they need to do some good work on this offensive line of the Ravens early. It is the weakest part of their offense, not on their team. We'll get to that in a moment, but the weakest part on their offense. If the Steelers can break through that, that'll be good. Huge day for the middle linebackers of this Steelers team. Of course, I'm talking Patrick Queen, who is an ex-Raven, and he is, believe it, fired up for this game, to say the least. He was a Raven for 4 years, got drafted in the first round by them, and then let go of this past offseason without any contract offer. So now that he's with the arch rival Steelers, you best believe he is going to play with his hair on fire today. And to go along with him, Elandon Roberts and Payton Wilson, they have to deal with the ever mobile and shifty Lamar Jackson, and of course the complete opposite of what Lamar Jackson is, in a big and bruising running back in Derrick Henry. So those 3 inside linebackers, I should say, they are going to be one of the biggest reason, if not the reason, whether the Steelers win or lose here today. And wrapping up with the secondary of the Steelers, I believe we are in for a big day for one Minkah Fitzpatrick. I know lots of people out there, they are on his case. Why haven't you made any big splash plays yet? You know, you haven't had an interception in over a year now, game-wise. So I think Minkah Fitzpatrick, believe it, he lives for these moments. He lives for the AFC North rivalry. When we acquired him from the Steelers, or from the Dolphins after his rookie year, believe you me, he was born and bred to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. He absolutely despises every single opponent in the AFC North that the Steelers go up against, and he just turns into a different animal out there when it comes to divisional games. I expect a big game from him, and maybe, just maybe, he gets his first interception in a while. On to the Ravens. They remain one of the best teams in the NFL in 2024. They have the best offense. You can look at all the metrics, all the stats. All of that says they are the best rushing offense, passing offense, yards per play, yards per run. They are the best at everything on offense, and that's really a heavyweight bout, the Steelers defense versus the Ravens offense. Everything, of course, runs through number 8, Lamar Jackson, two-time MVP, probably in the midst of his best season to date. He can hurt you with his arms, hurt you with his legs. It doesn't matter. For some reason, the Steelers are his kryptonite. He only has a 1-3 record against them in his career. Call it good scheming by the defense or just him faltering against this particular opponent. But we'll hopefully see that trend continue today. The Steelers having Lamar's number. Probably one of the biggest reasons why he's having a big year is that he's not doing it all himself in the running game. No, he has Derrick Henry, King Henry, coming over from Tennessee to Baltimore in the offseason. He signed, I believe it was a 1 year, over $10 million deal, and that contract is paying off in spades right now for the Baltimore Ravens. He is well over 1,000 yards rushing on the year, probably going to reach 2,000 when it's all said and done, and already is in double digits for rushing touchdowns. So hopefully we can shut down that dynamic duo on the ground today. Again, they are complete opposites in terms of body structure, running style. Lamar, he's slim and shifty, and he can make you miss 10 times over if he wanted to. While Derrick Henry, you got to watch that stiff arm. He can run through you. He can run over you. He can hurdle you. He's basically what the Steeler fans are hoping Najee Harris will turn out to be. But, and also, it's not just them on offense. They got a hell of a tight end duo in Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely. Likely has been more the favorite target for Lamar Jackson this year, but we'll see. Mark Andrews was a top 5 tight end coming into the season, and they got 3 very sleek route running wide receivers. Zay Flowers, their head guy there, and he's followed up by Rashad Bateman, Nelson Aguilar, and then they also have Deontay Johnson, who they acquired at the trade deadline, former Steeler. Mike Tomlin taking a shot at him in the media earlier this week, showing the team running out of the tunnel right now. See when my lights change there. Fix that back. But on their defense, and again, before I move over to the defense, their offense, if they have one weakness, it is their offensive line. They got a good left tackle in Ronnie Stanley, a good center in Tyler Linderbaum, and then from that, I believe they're starting Andrew Voorhees, who was a redshirt rookie last year, and then they got another guard in Daniel Falele, who has been having a rough year, and then their right tackle, I think is it Patrick McCarry? I can't remember. But on defense, they are led. They got a good front 7, as always. They are one of the best teams at stopping the run this year, which that's another, little great matchup in this game. The Steelers' heavy run offense versus that Ravens defense that has a powerful front 7 in stopping the run. It'll be interesting to see how the Steelers' offensive line holds up and how Najee Harris does against them. They are led by Nnamdi, formerly Justin Madubuike. He is a Pro Bowler. He got a big contract from them this offseason. At the second level, they have veteran Kyle Van Noy, who's good. They got Trenton Simpson, who's a second-year or third-year guy out of Clemson. And then you have Roquan Smith, who is one of the best linebackers in the game. His stats this year and the way he's played this year hasn't said that. I think he's missing his Robin in Patrick Queen, who his first year with Queen. I mean, those two together, Queen and Smith, were the best inside linebacker duo in the league. They were complementing each other, I think, more than people would like to give, and that's showing for Roquan Smith right now. He still can't turn it on like that and turn back into his Pro Bowl self, but again, he has not had the great year. And one unit that is the worst on the entire Ravens team is that secondary, led by Marlon Humphrey and Kyle Hamilton. They are the worst passing defense in the league. Their secondary has been burnt, but then again, they still got some names back there, and we do not want to, even though we probably can beat them over the top with some stuff, we don't want to, be the reason that they finally figure it out here today. And Kyle Hamilton is coming off an ankle injury, suffered last Thursday, but he is playing today. He was limited earlier in the week, but now is playing. And here we go. We are just about ready to kick off, ladies and gentlemen. Let me grab my trusty terrible towel here. The biggest rivalry in the NFL's history, writing a new chapter here today. Like Bill Hillgrove said, this shouldn't be played at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but here we are. It should played at midnight in a dark alley somewhere. But the greatest rivalry in one of the highly anticipated games in over 5 years starts. Kickoff for Boswell is fielded at the goal line and brought out by number 34. I believe that might be Keaton Mitchell. He will make it out past the 25 and down around the 28. So the Ravens starting with the ball. Lamar Jackson, 72.3 completion percentage, 14 touchdowns, and no picks in the last 4 games. Once again, he is in two-time MVP, probably in the best year of his career thus far. And in the initial huddle right there, I do see Deontay Johnson in there, Rashad Bateman, Zay Flowers there as well. 3 tight ends set at the top of the screen. Henry shifts from Lamar's right to his left. Henry gets the handoff, runs ahead here and into the arms of Keanu Benton in covery, only a gain of 2 or 3 yards there. Once again, Derrick Henry is the NFL's leading rusher. It'll be interesting to see how they stop him here today. Another player to watch out for who's been massive in their running game, literally, that, slips the minds of a lot of people, is the fullback Patrick Ricard. Defensive lineman turned fullback. He is one of the best in the game at that position that really has, faded away in the past couple of years. And how about this? Right away! Derrick Henry ran up the right side. He fumbled it. Who's got it? And the Steelers have it! What a start! Derrick Henry running right, and Nick Herbig. That is a David versus Goliath matchup there, and David knocking that ball free. Welcome back, Nick Herbig. He strips the NFL's leading rusher of the ball, and it is Deshaun Elliott and Minkah Fitzpatrick, the former Raven Elliott, who recovers it. What a start! Unreal. Derrick Henry beating himself up on the sideline. 49 seconds in. And this game has already had a huge turning point. Nick Herbig, the Wisconsin Badger, gives the Steelers offense the ball. From the Ravens 42, it is Russell Wilson under center. Wilson fakes the handoff to Harris. He's got time. He'll now check it down to Harris near the sideline. Najee runs over one man and through another and will get a good gain of about 7 or 8 yards there. He is fired up right away. What a start. I don't know if anybody was expecting that right off the jump. The NFL's leading rusher, who is one of the best at ball security, him and Najee Harris. And just like that, Henry fumbles. Ben Skoranek in motion. Handoff is to Harris. Harris jumping to the left, and he will get what looks like first down yardage. I believe that was Travis Jones and company in on the stop for the Ravens D. Wilson now has Harris to his right. Van Jefferson motions from the left of the formation to the right. George Pickens and Pat Freiermuth at the top of the screen. Wilson, quick pass. It is caught for about 4 yards to George, or as the Spanish broadcasters for the Steelers radio likes to call him, Jorgito Pickens. Gain of about 4. Again, Nnamdi Madubuike, the main guy on that D-line for the Ravens. Really, they have, stellar names, one at each level. Madubuike on the D-line, Smith at the linebackers. Toss here for Najee Harris. Harris finds the hole, making one man miss. Past the 20 and into the red zone. Tackle down at the 16. Beautiful run there from Najee Harris. He started left, broke it back to the right, hitting the hole. And a first down run there. Again, starting left and then cutting back to the right. Hole opened up there. Great pushing by Broderick Jones there. Jones and the rest of the offensive line pushing left. Darnell Washington sealed up the right side, and Najee hit a huge hole there for a big gain. From the 16, screen pass here for Pickens. Pat Freiermuth runs into Pickens, and Pickens is going to get maybe a yard here. He at least got back to the line of scrimmage, but I think Pat Freiermuth was going to throw a block there. Ended up getting pushed back into Pickens momentarily. That play might have been a couple more yards had he just gotten upfield immediately. And they pop up the stat there at the bottom of the screen. Pittsburgh putting up points in 18 consecutive quarters, the longest streak in the NFL currently. Freiermuth in motion from right to left again. Faking the shovel is Wilson. Wilson backing up, and now he's just going to toss one up and well out of bounds. Getting rid of that one. Mike Williams loving his time. His first game from coming over from the lowly Jets organization over to the Steelers. He and Pickens were the closest to that throwaway. Cordero Patterson now in. He lines up to the left of Wilson. Might see a Patterson run here. He's been fairly decent as the Steelers' number 3 in this offense. Have yet to see Jaylen Warren too. Here on 3rd and 8, Wilson. Wilson scrambling out right. Wilson throwing back, and this is going to be well incomplete. Nobody even close to that there. So the Steelers drive stalls in the red zone. A 4th and 8. Back-to-back throwaways for Russell Wilson. Had Odafe Owe hit him there at the end. Chris Boswell on to get the Steelers some points here to start. It is a 32-yard attempt. Boz has been automatic, only missing 1 field goal this year. And he remains at only missing 1 field goal on the year, right down the middle. Boswell, the Wizard of Boz, gets the Steelers on the board. So a good start for the Steelers. Nick Herbig back after missing, I believe it was 3 games with a hamstring injury. His first series back, filling in for the injured Alex Highsmith. He gets the strip. The Steelers recover it, and Chris Boswell puts the black and gold on the board. We'll be back in a matter of moments. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A great start for this Steelers team. I believe that was on the second play of the game. Nick Herbig stripping Derrick Henry, knocking the ball loose. Steelers recovered and put up a field goal. Kickoff from Boswell is fielded at the goal line once again. And now that is Justice Hill, I believe, bringing out. He reaches the 30. Tackle there made by Tyler Matakevich, core special teamers for this Steelers team. He too was coming off of, I believe it was a groin injury last week. And after the Henry fumble, the Ravens start here with Henry on the sideline. Justice Hill is the back right now, standing to the right of Jackson. Fullback Ricard in motion. Jackson back to pass. He will throw it outside here to Justice Hill. He will get a couple of yards there before knocked out of bounds. Again, the Steelers defensive lineup, Cam Hayward, Keanu Benton, Larry Ogunjobi. They are going to be key in stopping Derrick Henry here today. TJ Watt, Nick Herbig are the starting outside linebackers with Highsmith out. Patrick Queen starting in the middle alongside Elandon Roberts, expecting a big game from Queen. He is fired up going against his former team. 2nd and 9. Handoff to Henry. Henry with a good run there. And now a flag comes in there. Henry, similar to the Najee Harris big run earlier, and a holding penalty on the Ravens. Henry with a run similar to the big one Najee Harris broke a couple minutes ago. Started this time running right, broke it back to the left. Holding is on number 79, Ronnie Stanley on Cam Hayward. So a gain of 8. That would have had the Ravens at 3rd and 1. It gets called back now, 2nd and 19 from the Baltimore 21. Jackson, another quick pass out here to Justice Hill. Hill breaking up to the 30 and stop there. So it'll be 3rd and about 10 here. And it was a combination of former Ravens there, Deshaun Elliott and Patrick Queen, who stopped Hill in his tracks. Queen trying to rip the ball out there at the end. Queen, once again, coming off of his best game as a Steeler last week against Washington. The third down horn is blasting. Lamar back to pass, take the deep step. Drop back here. Now flushed out to the right. Gonna heave one deep downfield, and it is just out of reach. Intended for the former Steeler himself, Deontay Johnson. And how about that? Guess who is in coverage? None other than Dante Jackson, who the Steelers traded Johnson to the Carolina Panthers in the offseason for. A duel of the trade pieces there. And Jackson wins that one. Stout on the punt for the Ravens. Remember last year, Miles Killebrew had a punt block in this Steelers-Ravens rivalry. And a fake catch there by the returner Calvin Austin. The ball goes back into the end zone for a touchback. So the Steelers offense going back to work, up by 3 when we come back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 8 of you in here right now. I thank each and every one of you for watching. Russell Wilson under center takes the snap, hands it off to Harris, running forward and into a sea of bodies. Gets a gain of about 3. Once again, please be sure to like, comment, and share this stream. If you comment in the live chat, I can see those and pop those up on the screen right here, and we can interact. Also, if you're reading the ticker at the bottom of the screen, 178 subscribers we are at right now. We're going to try to reach 200 subs before the end of today's stream. If you would subscribe, I would thank it very much. A 2 running back personnel there. A fake pitch to Harris and then a quick pass to Cordero Patterson behind the line of scrimmage. Goes for no gain. So 3rd and 6 now for the Steelers. Zach Orr, they're showing on the sideline, the defensive coordinator for this Ravens team, filling in for Mike McDonald, who was their defensive coordinator last year. He took the head coach job in Seattle. A flag here. Kyle Van Noy looked like he might have jumped. He pointed at Broderick Jones. Jones pointed back. And it is indeed a neutral zone infraction on Kyle Van Noy. So a pre-snap penalty here for the Ravens. Once again, when they popped up Zach Orr there, interesting to note, 1st in the league stopping the run, this Ravens defense, last in the league against the pass. That is the 2nd penalty of the day for the Ravens. Jaylen Warren to Russell Wilson's right. Wilson takes snap. He's going to chuck up a ball here for Calvin Austin, and it's incomplete coverage there by Brandon Stevens. So a punt now coming for the Steelers. 4th and 1. They're going to punt it away. Corliss Waitman, who has been with the Steelers just about all year. And now another flag here. It's going to be a false start on the offense. And it will be on the gunner, Ben Skoranek. Skoranek recovered a muffed punt last week against the Commanders. And in fact, there were actually 2 muffed punts in that first quarter. One of them got recovered. Waitman gets the kick away with pressure bearing down. This one will hit at the 40 and continue to roll at the 30. And it will be down on the exact line of the 25-yard line. So the Ravens offense will get back on the field for their 3rd drive of the day when we come back. Good punt there by Corliss Waitman. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 6:48 left in the first quarter. 3-0 is your score for the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Ravens starting their third drive of the game. Heavy set here with Patrick Ricard and Derrick Henry in. Faking the run. Throwing wide open is Isaiah Likely. And Likely finally hauled down by DeMonte Casey. A big gain there for the Ravens on their first play of this drive. Starting at exactly the 25, faking the toss to Henry in a wide open Isaiah Likely, gets up past midfield and down at around the 42, if I had to guess. And that is one of Lamar Jackson's favorite targets. In fact, the ball was deeper in Steelers territory. From the 33 run for Henry, he gets up past the 30 now, a gain of 4 on the play. And yeah, once again, Isaiah Likely, he's turned into one of Lamar Jackson's favorite targets, if not his favorite target. I mean, if we're being honest here, he's really taken over the tight end 1 role over the former Pro Bowler Mark Andrews. Henry to Lamar Jackson's left. An interesting stat I saw during one of the last breaks, Derrick Henry, his fumble caused by Nick Herbig. Real quick here, Jackson with time. Jackson's going to unwind one for Deontay Johnson, and he can't haul it in. And the jokes write themselves. It was a little out of bounds. I don't think he would have caught that I don't think he would have been in bounds had he caught it, but Deontay Johnson getting one hand on it, and that is it. Back to the Derrick Henry stat. The fumble he had on the second play of the game, that was his first fumble since week 15 of 2022. He has had 538 touches consecutively without a fumble until Nick Herbig happened. Preston Smith in the game here with TJ Watt. Jackson's going to toss one up here for Zay Jones, and that one was that one tailed towards the sideline, so incomplete. Zay Flowers couldn't have tracked it. That was Joey Porter Jr. He actually traveled with Flowers there. You had Flowers and Porter and Dante Jackson on the top 2 targets. Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman. Now, Tucker is in the kick. Justin Tucker, one of the best kickers in NFL history. He has struggled this year, especially with field goals. It's a 47-yard attempt, and it is wide to the left. And the troubles keep continuing for Justin Tucker. He misses another field goal. One of the best kickers in NFL history having a completely unforgettable year, and his face, the agony, it says it all. Brings a smile to the face of Steelers. We'll be back in a matter of moments. The Steelers are going to get the ball, and the Ravens are still held scoreless. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After Justin Tucker misses another field goal this year, the Steelers drive starts here at their own 33. Jaylen Warren getting a quick toss from Russell Wilson, gains about 3 there. And on the tackle there was Roquan Smith. Talked about him before the game having, a struggling year so far, or not necessarily a struggling year, but a year that has not lived up to his standards. Of course, he and Patrick Queen were one of the best middle linebacker duos now without Queen. And Jaylen Warren gets another run here, and he will get up near first down yardage. He'll be short by a couple of feet, but lowering his head. The little ball of fire right there, Jaylen Warren. Believe he'll play with something to prove today. He had an untimely fumble at the goal line against the Commanders last week. Under center is Wilson. They're going to try to QB sneak it here, and I don't know if Wilson got it. They're going to mark him short here. I don't think Wilson got there either. The announcer saying that he didn't, and yeah, he's going to maybe got another foot. So the Steelers were about 2.5 feet from the first down marker. They got about another foot there. And how about Meatball Connor Hayward dumping someone there in that scrum? So the Steelers are going to go for it here on 4th and 1. Time winding down. Wilson now, it's a handoff to Harris, and Harris is going to get stopped, and they do not get the first down. And a turnover on downs for the Steelers. 4th and 1. They tried to get the first down twice with 2.5 feet to go. The Wilson sneak did not work, and the Najee Harris run also got stopped at the line of scrimmage. The Ravens are going to get the ball back in Steeler territory, and that could come back to bite the Steelers later. We'll be back. Welcome back. 3:07 now left in the first quarter. It still remains a 3-0 game. Lamar Jackson drops back the pass with time, and he's going to just throw it at the dirt there. He had Nick Herbig, who's jawing at Jackson. Herbig had a hold of Lamar's left arm, and he just threw the ball in the dirt at his running back, Justice Hill, on that play, just so he wouldn't take a sack. One turnover in the game for each team. A fumble by Derrick Henry, and the Steelers on 2 attempts could not convert a first down from 1 yard away. And now a design quarterback run. Lamar Jackson, with lots of space, gets the first down and then some. Designed quarterback run. I believe that was DeMonte Casey who made the tackle there. Jackson drops back the pass again. He's going to toss one up here, and it is incomplete. Deshaun Elliott was tied up with Isaiah Likely. Both men ended up going down to the ground, but even if there's nothing there, that ball was not going to be catchable. Yeah, that ball Lamar threw was really nowhere for anybody to catch there. 2nd and 10 now. From the 31.5 in Steelers territory. Justice Hill, the receiving back in the game for the Ravens. Lamar wanted a quick pass out to him. Now he gets it out, and what a tackle there! And guess who? It is Patrick Queen smashing Justice Hill right there. That was the 3rd time in this game thus far Lamar has tried to get a quick pass outside to Justice Hill. He had to hesitate there because I believe TJ Watt jumped up, would have knocked the pass down. Lamar had to wait, pump once, pump twice, and then got rid of it. And as soon as Hill caught the ball, the former Raven, Patrick Queen, takes him down in a thud. 3rd and 11. Lamar deep drop with time. He's moving around, and now he gets the pass off, and it's knocked down. It is the former Packer, Dean Lowry, mainly used on special teams for the Steelers, but he was in there for the last 2 plays. He knocks that pass down, got off of the block by the center, Tyler Linderbaum, and the ball was knocked down. Great job there by the Steelers defense. After the offense failed to convert on 4th down, they get the stop here, and now Justin Tucker, a 50-yard attempt. He just missed from 47. This kick is away, and it also is no good! Oh my goodness! Are you kidding me? Justin Tucker! He's washed! One of the most automatic kickers in the history of the NFL. What has been an absolutely abysmal season for him. In a nutshell, his first 2 kicks of the game have missed from 47 and 50 yards away, both missing wide left. Danny Smith, the special teams coordinator, the Steelers special teams, the best in the league this year. Handoff here to C. Patterson. He will not get back to the line. He'll lose a yard here. The run defense for the Ravens showing up. So Baltimore with multiple miscues already. And really, from 2 of the most dependable players in the NFL. Empty set for Russ. He's back to pass. He's going to get sacked. It is Odafe Owe, number 99 for the Ravens. He beat his man, Dan Moore Jr., off the left side. And the Steelers on back-to-back plays, moving backwards. 3rd and 20 now. There were 2 stop-and-go routes there ran by Van Jefferson and Cordero Patterson. Nothing was opened up downfield, and Wilson takes the sack. From 3rd and 20 now, Jaylen Warren in the game. Wilson on the design roll left, now coming back to the right. Wilson looking for something. Wilson, he is now just going to slide down at the line of scrimmage and just protect himself there with 15 seconds left. This clock's going to wind down and take us to the second quarter. But this game, which many were saying maybe this could be one of the rare shootout 35-31 games between these two teams, it has turned into the same old story, a slog fest in the trenches. Nothing really doing in the passing game for either team right now. 3-0 after 1 quarter of play. We'll be back with the second quarter momentarily. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Punt was away there from Corliss Waitman, and a flag is down on the return. Tylan Wallace, the return man for the Ravens. Flag is down. Tyler Matakevich was palms up, looking back at the ref, waiting for something, probably a hold or some other infraction on the Ravens is coming up. They're talking about it here. And it is an illegal block in the back on the Ravens return team. That was number 28, Sasuni Kane, the safety. And now they are interviewing some military personnel. Veterans Day just a little bit ago. Happy Veterans Day, and thank you for your service to all veterans out there. Man, does Washburn, the sideline analyst for the CBS crew. Does he look cold? His arm was shaking a bunch there. Run here on first down by Derrick Henry. He will get up to just before the 20-yard line. So, again, this Ravens team back on offense. They've had yet to get anything going in the run game. And two of the most automatic players in NFL history at what they do have been everything but. Derrick Henry, he never fumbles. Nick Herbig strips him on the second play of the game, and Justin Tucker, their kicker, has missed 2 field goals when he's been automatic for most of his career. This pass over the middle is caught by Zay Flowers on a crosser, and he's up past midfield and down finally. And that is one of the problems that the Steelers needed to watch out for. Zay Flowers, the Ravens' top wide receiver, in space. And when he has space, he turns it into a big gain 9 times out of 10. He does so right there. He did not get up past midfield. My apologies. They were just that deep in the Steelers in Ravens territory that looked like that. This now is a run up the middle here for about 3 or 4 for Justice Hill. 2nd and 7 now. Again, this game here today, Ravens at 7-3, Steelers at 7-4. This game for sole possession of first place atop the AFC North. Hill still in the game for the Ravens in the backfield to Lamar's left. And now a delayed blitz here coming from Elandon Roberts. His throw over the middle is batted down. Great play there by Joey Porter Jr. He was covering Zay Flowers stride for stride with Flowers, and Porter getting his hand in front of Flowers' hands, knocking it down. 3rd and 7 now. Lamar throws, and it is knocked down again, and a flag on the play, however. Let's see what the flag's about. Another pass batted at the line of scrimmage. And it's an illegal shift on the offense. The penalty is declined. It was knocked down. The Lamar Jackson's pass knocked down at the line of scrimmage by Cam Hayward. The Payton the man of the year for the NFL. Now a punt here from Stout. He has his heels on the 32-yard line of the Ravens. He gets the kick away. Calvin Austin will fair catch it at the 15-yard line. So the theme of today's game continues. Minimal success on offense for either team. It's been a punt fest, broken up by missed kicks by Justin Tucker and fumbles and turnovers on downs. Not much doing. 3-0 still. We'll be back in a minute. And we are back in the middle of your typical Steelers Ravens game. 3-0 the score. Two of the highest scoring offenses in the past couple of weeks. Just 3 points in almost 18 minutes of play. That first down run by Najee Harris. He'll lose a couple on that one. Showing all the Russell Wilson passes that have gone incomplete. The Ravens, who have been last in the league, pass defense, been well so far today. This is a screen here for Najee Harris. Harris up past the line of scrimmage. Harris has got moved. He's got the first down yardage. Well past the 30 and down at the 35. And Najee Harris and Kyle Hamilton. Harris pointing to the first down right in Hamilton's face. And that is a play the Steelers needed badly. A well-executed screen pass there. Great job by Isaac Sidamalo and Zach Frazier out there. And then another good job there by Mason McCormick blocking downfield. Harris made one man miss, got the first down. Good gain there for the Steelers. Connor Hayward in as the fullback, faking and rolling out right is Wilson. Now tossing, it is low, but incomplete to George Pickens. He tried to make the sliding grab, could not hold on to it. Tough catch there, trying to go down and bringing in was Pickens. Pass probably should have been a little bit higher there, even with Marlon Humphrey on him. You got to trust George Pickens in that scenario to make the catch. 6 for 10, 36 yards is Wilson. Najee Harris to his right. Harris now motioning out more to the right. Wilson looking to pass. He hits his tight end, Pat Freiermuth, who is tackled down a yard short. And now Freiermuth maybe getting up a little gingerly there. Looks like he's all right. He heads back to the huddle here. So the pass out there to Freiermuth. Tackle made by Stevens. 3rd and 1 now. Steelers are 0 for 4 on third down conversions today, including just a drive or so ago. They could not convert a 3rd and 1 and a 4th and 1. Wilson now with time moving around. Wilson buying time, throws. It is caught there by George Pickens, making Kyle Hamilton miss, and also making Roquan Smith miss momentarily at the first down catch there by George Pickens. And now we got a fight. A big scrap there. Multiple offensive linemen, defensive linemen in the middle of it. I think I saw it downfield after Pickens made the catch. Maybe it was Kyle Hamilton and Mason McCormick, the rookie out of South Dakota State. He went down, tried to throw a block. Broderick Jones, he's no stranger to physicality and getting in the middle of it. Let's take a look here. Once again, showing the Pickens catch here. Pickens just finding some soft space there, makes the catch. Kyle Hamilton couldn't bring him down, then Roquan Smith. And yeah, I think that was Mason McCormick downfield. And how about Zach Frazier, the man out of West Virginia, rookie? Malik Harrison, the linebacker, getting him into it with Zach Frazier. I wouldn't mess with him. He was a hell of a wrestler in his wrestling days. Now it is Najee Harris hitting the hole and getting another first down. A big run there from the back out of Alabama. And now another flag I think I saw got thrown, unless that's just a terrible towel back there I'm seeing. But good blocking there by Darnell Washington. Another good block there by Van Jefferson. And yeah, there was a flag down. Okay, I did see a flag. Let's see here. Flag is back at the 46-yard line, away from where the run ended. Broderick Jones. And that is on Broderick Jones. Broderick Jones and Marlon Humphrey getting into it behind the play. Humphrey punching Jones in. Humphrey gave Jones a push to the face there. I don't know unless they. And I believe they're at least warning Humphrey, I think. One more personal foul and he'll be kicked out of the game. He'll be disqualified. Unless they cut back to it late there on the replay, I don't see what all Broderick Jones did there. If we're being, like, I know Broderick Jones, he's a physical guy. He's going to go to the echo of the whistle. But the past two plays, lots of pushing and shoving, and the rivalry turning up here in the second corner. Wilson under center. Ben Skoranek in motion. Another handoff to Harris. Harris running. Gets a gain of about 2 there. 2-yard pickup for Najee Harris there. They're just going to keep on feeding Harris. He's got the hot hand right now. 2nd and 8. And now a tempo here. Wilson takes the snap, fakes the handoff with time. Now pressure coming from behind him here, and it's a pass out here caught near the sideline. That's Ben Skoranek. He'll make the catch. He'll get about half of what the Steelers need to gain for a first down. 3rd and 4 now. .840 and still ticking down here. Warren, Jaylen Warren now was lined up as a receiver initially. He comes back in as a running back now to the left of Wilson. 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Wilson looking to pass. Wilson, he's going to get sacked, and yet again it is Odafe Owe. This time he rushed off of the right side of the line. He gets his 2nd sack of the game on Wilson. And once again, that just looks like a coverage sack there. Great coverage downfield by the Ravens. And now, maybe for what feels like forever, we might get some points here. Chris Boswell on to attempt a field goal. 52 yards. The kick is up. It is down the middle, and it is good. The Wizard of Boz. And now Boswell. And now we got some more pushing and shoving here. Chris Boswell yapping with the rookie corner, Nate Wiggins. He was a first-round pick for the Ravens out of Clemson. Maybe he's trying to get into the head of Boz. I don't know. Shout out to our long snapper, Christian Coots, an absolute dog of a long snapper, coming to the aid of his kicker there. My guess is that's to try to throw off Boswell because they know Justin Tucker can't hit the broadside of a barn right now with his kicks, but we'll see. This rivalry is getting heated. Now let's see if it switches over from the Steelers offense and the Ravens defense to the Ravens offense and the Steelers defense. You know that guys like Patrick Queen and TJ Watt, who got a buzz cut this week, people making a big deal out of that. You know they are just seething to get back out on that field right now. We'll see it when we get back in a minute. And we are back. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Got to update my scoreboard here. Chris Boswell, the lone point scorer in this game. 6-0 Pittsburgh. Could be 6-6 if Justin Tucker, who has missed 2 field goals, if he could have hit there. And they're showing the replay now after the play. Some pushing and shoving there. Nate Wiggins, who was the first-round pick for the Ravens this past draft, tried to get a block. He just laid on the ground near Boswell. Pat Freiermuth trying to get him away from Boswell's legs. And, you know, things snowball. One guy pushes, you push my guy, I'm going to push you, and people just come together there. Broderick Jones, who's been in the middle of it all that past offensive drive for the Steelers. As the temperature trickles down outside as the winter months roll in, the heat on the field ratchets up. 1st and 10, Lamar Jackson under center. From the 30, off of the kickoff touchback. Derrick Henry running to the left, and he is going to get about 6 yards, maybe 7 here, heading out of bounds. There's a flag down back behind the play. And it looks like it's going to come back. It's going to be holding on Patrick McCarry. He is sort of a jack of all trades for this Baltimore Ravens offensive line, kind of similar to Spencer Anderson of the Steelers. He can play all 5 positions on the line. He gets nabbed with the holding there, playing at left guard here today. So what started at the 30 now starts again at the 21st and 20. Lamar Jackson deep drop with time. He's going to throw here. It's going to be caught by Mark Andrews at the 34 and ridden out of bounds there by Minkah Fitzpatrick. So Lamar, I think he only has maybe 1, at most 2 receptions to his wide receivers here today. The rest have been to his tight ends and running backs. 2nd and 7 now. About where they would have been had the Derrick Henry run 2 plays ago would have stood. Pitch out here to Derrick Henry, and now whistles and flags fly here. It's going to be a false start on the Ravens offense. And it's going to be on Nelson Agholor, the number 3 wide receiver, maybe number 4, depending on where you slot him and Deontay Johnson in this offense. He gets nabbed with the false start there. That'll be a 5-yarder, and back to 2nd and 11. That is the 5th penalty of the day for 35 yards for the Ravens. Just 1 penalty on the day for the Steelers. Henry to Jackson's right. Zay Flowers in motion. Snap. Jackson throwing it deep over the middle, and it's going to be out of the reach of everybody there. Looking for Mark Andrews heading up the middle of the field. If that ball is actually on target to Andrews, he had a man trailing him. That maybe gets tipped up in the air, and Minkah Fitzpatrick might have an interception there if that pass is on target. 3rd and 11 now. Terrible towels waving. The old steel mill horn that they blast for 3rd down gets the crowd fired up. 0 for 4 on 3rd down. Passing today is the Ravens. Jackson back to pass. With time, he throws, and it is way over the head of Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers, not the biggest wide receiver in the world. I think even if you have another Zay Flowers standing on top of his shoulders there, he doesn't even make that catch. That was so far high. Jackson just buying time. He had 2 receivers actually in that area. Had Flowers, Rashad Bateman fell down, but Another punt here. And the Steelers might bring pressure here. And they do. And getting it away is Stout. Calvin Austin will return it. Running left. Austin up past the 30 and out of bounds. Tons of bodies tumbling down out of bounds towards that Steelers sideline. So 6:09 left. 6-0 is the score. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 6:09 left in the first half. It is Steelers ball at their own 31. Wilson faking the handoff, dropping back the pass, and he is going to get sacked. And coming up the middle there is number 96, Broderick Washington. He just runs over Russell Wilson there. And that is the third sack of the game already. And Isaac Samala was left on two people there. And Broderick Washington was the one that got away. 2nd and 20 now. Wilson. Pass over the middle, and it's dropped by Najee Harris. He looked upfield too early and dropped. An easy pass right there. Turned his head too early. Again, Wilson with Jaylen Warren in the game. 3rd and 20 here. Steelers probably just looking to get some better field position here for a punt. His pass is short to George Pickens. He'll get maybe, I don't know, around 8 yards there, and there's a Raven down on the field. The official gain is 7, and down on the field is Travis Jones, the defensive tackle who was questionable coming into this game, was Jones. He is going to gingerly walk off, not putting too much pressure there on his left leg. So one of the defensive tackles for the Ravens now going to be off for a moment. Ravens look like they're going to bring pressure here on this punt attempt, and they do. And Waitman just gets it away. Booming kick here. It hits at the 10, and it will skip into the end zone. So Corliss Waitman had a bunch of leg on that one, and it goes for a touchback. Steelers defense now will come back onto the field momentarily. Again, 16 of you in the chat right now. I want to thank each and every one of you real quick while we have a break for joining me today. If you're reading the ticker below the screen, please like, comment, and share this video. Like to get more people in here. And also, we are, let me check here. We were 178. Yes, we are at 178 subscribers. Let's try to get to 200 subs here today. If you are in here, if this is your first time coming in here, please be sure to subscribe. Trying to get the channel to 200 subscribers before today's stream ends. I would appreciate it very, very much. Thank you all for joining me again. 1st and 10 now from the 20. Lamar now telling Derrick Henry something, who is lined up to his right now behind him. Faking the handoff. Lamar dropping back the pass. Lamar is going to get grabbed momentarily by TJ Watt and then taken down. A big sack there for the Steelers on 1st and 10. And a flag is down. TJ Watt, he was left alone with the fullback Patrick Ricard. He had, and now a holding on the defense. Oh no, it's Patrick Queen, the former Raven. He wipes out the sack with a hold on Mark Andrews, the tight end. Watt had Lamar wrapped up long enough for Isaiah Loudermilk to finish off the sack, but it all doesn't matter right now. Run here on 1st and 10 from the 25 is Derrick Henry. He'll get ahead for 4 or 5 yards there. A tough break there, and you were wondering, the Ravens had 5 or 6 penalties on them in the game here today. Only 1 for the Steelers. And now water might be starting to find its level here. A costly penalty there by Patrick Queen. Wipes out a sack. Lamar Jackson on 2nd and 7. Throwing over the middle, and it is caught. And oh my goodness! Hauled in and somehow held on to by Rashad Bateman. Patrick Queen laying the lumber with the hit. He dropped back into coverage. And just shoulder to shoulder, Bateman came down with it and somehow held on. A bone rattling hit there from the former Raven. Probably taking out his frustrations from the penalty called on him a couple plays ago. But a new set of downs for the Ravens. Henry finds the hole, and Henry's got a big gain, and he's off to the races, tripped up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. At the 30-yard line, he's going to be down around the 20. And Minkah Fitzpatrick with a touchdown-saving tackle right there. Derrick Henry, once he breaks through that first wave, when he gets a full head of steam, he's hard to bring down. And you're just trying to prevent a touchdown at that point. He was tripped up by Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick lost his helmet on the play. He's still in there. Derrick Henry, oddly enough, had his shoe come untied there on that tackle as well. Hill in the game. Back to pass is Jackson. Wide open on the sideline is Isaiah Likely trying to shake and bake his way. At the 5, he is down. They're going to stop his forward progress. So the Ravens getting yards in bunches right now. 3 plays in a row where they've had big gains. Isaiah Likely, the tight end there, he's going to be down at about the 5. 1st and goal now. Ravens aren't going to snap it here. It's going to be down to the 2-minute warning now. So 2 minutes remaining in what has been a physical, a heated, and a low-scoring first half of play. 2-minute warning. Ravens on the doorstep of tying the game up with a touchdown, taking the lead with an extra point. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. First and goal from the 5. Derrick Henry gets the ball, and he is going to be tackled down at the 1. Probably going to be getting the ball yet again here is Henry. Under 2 minutes now, 1:40 and counting down here. And it looks like they're bringing in an extra offensive lineman for the Ravens here, so probably going to give it to Derrick Henry. I don't know if you're the Steelers why you haven't taken a timeout here. You do get the ball to start the second half, but maybe save a little bit of clock. Lamar Jackson, handoff to Henry, and Henry is in for the touchdown. And just like that, a good response drive from the Ravens. Big plays and bunches on that drive. And Derrick Henry caps it off with a 1-yard touchdown run. On to kick the extra point is Justin Tucker. He's missed 2 field goals in this game. From 47 to 50. So right now we're watching. Maybe this extra point isn't a gimme, even though it's much closer. Snap down, kick is up, and it is down the middle and good. So Justin Tucker gives the Ravens the lead. 7-6 is the new score. Baltimore, its first lead of the day, and with 1:16 remaining, the Steelers are going to get the ball, maybe try to at least get it into field goal range before the half ends. They do get the ball to start the second half. Ravens started the game with the ball, and on 2 plays, they fumbled it Derrick Henry fumbled. It was Nick Herbig knocking the ball out. So Steelers offense needing to get going here. They have had little spurts of success, but for the most part, this Ravens defense that has been best at stopping the run, they've shown that, but being the worst team in the league in pass defense, they have had a complete 180 performance of that narrative today so far. Justin Tucker, kick it away. Cordero Patterson and Calvin Austin, or excuse me, not Calvin Austin, Jaylen Warren back there to receive the kickoff. Warren just takes a knee in the end zone. And now they are popping up Derrick Henry's stats. Kissing the feet of King Henry. Whoa. From the 30, 1st and 10, 1:16 remaining. All 3 timeouts remaining for both teams. Wilson throws short here to George Pickens. Up across the 35, so 2nd down and medium now. Wilson takes a snap again, looking for a same pass here, and out of bounds is George Pickens making the catch for 1st down yardage. So 1st down and a stopping of the clock with 55 seconds left. Good job there. Connection between Wilson and Pickens, but they still run hurry up here. Wilson now. Maybe going to take a shot. And he's going to get sacked here. And whistles were flying there. And they blew the whistle dead here. That's what I'm saying here. Wilson got sacked on the play. I think it might have been Owe again or Matabike. But the whistles blew before the play started. So that play gets wiped out. I think they're looking at whether Pickens had forward progress as he was going out of bounds. And Pickens got the foot out of bounds. Oh, no, they're just looking here. They're calling it an incomplete pass for George Pickens. He got his left foot down, but his right foot hit out of bounds. And for the 2nd week in a row, somehow, some way, it's impressive, but heartbreaking nonetheless. George Pickens does not get both feet down. And yeah, that is going to be an incomplete pass. So an incomplete pass here is ruled on the play. So back to what I believe was 2nd and 6 now for the Steelers. The Pickens reception for 1st down yardage gets wiped out. 3rd and 4 now, excuse me. It'll be 3rd and 4 from the Steelers. .36. Kyle Hamilton and Darius Washington, the safeties for this Ravens defense. Marcus Williams not in the game for the Ratbirds, and their other safety, Eddie Jackson, did not travel with the team to Pittsburgh, not injury related, so hoping everything is all right with him. 3rd and 4 now with 56 seconds. They adjust the clock. Jaylen Warren, the third down back, and the receiving back to the left of Wilson. Wilson takes the snap. Wilson rolling, and now he's going to step up and run, and Wilson is going to get close to first down yardage. I don't think he got it. Wilson making a couple of guys miss, but ultimately could not get first down yardage, and now down on the turf, the aforementioned Kyle Hamilton. Hamilton got banged up Thursday night football last week against Cincinnati with an ankle injury, and that time he just went for a tackle of Wilson, and he got bent backwards, making the tackle. So he took a shot there, and hopefully he's all right. Yeah, Wilson just lowered the shoulder, and now it's shoulder to the head. Wilson's right shoulder, Russell Wilson, lowering the shoulder, and Kyle Hamilton put himself in a vulnerable position. 4th and 1 now. The Ravens took a timeout, leaving 43 seconds on the clock here. And it looks like a punt's coming up here. Hamilton's going to go to the blue medical tent for the Ravens. Corliss Waitman stands at the 24. Now the protectors, Jeremiah Moon and Payton Wilson, move back in. Punt is away from Waitman, and this is going to hit and go out of bounds. It hit at around the 13-yard line and then went out of bounds. So good punt there from Waitman, pinning the Ravens offense back here with 43 seconds left. They show the CBS crew up in Buffalo, New York. That's a good game coming on after the Steelers game today. The Buffalo Bills host the Kansas City Chiefs. Like these two teams playing right now, two teams atop the AFC doing battle today. 1st and 10 for the Ravens, 38 seconds left. The ball was rolled out at the 9. Lamar Jackson starts there, and a pass is juggled for a moment there by Isaiah Likely. And the ball is knocked free, and the Steelers have recovered! The ball was ripped out yet again, and it's Patrick Queen, and now some pushing and shoving. Minkah Fitzpatrick locking horns there. Patrick Queen celebrating, running towards the end zone with the ball, doesn't realize there's a scuffle behind the play, and Minkah Fitzpatrick, he's scrapping, showing his ultra competitiveness. Flags are down, no shock there, but the ball was ripped out and recovered by the Steelers. It's going to be in the red zone, it looks like. Isaiah Likely got the screen pass. And how about that? It's Patrick Queen. He not only rips it out, but he gets the recovery as well. And let's see, was his knee down? Hang on here. Okay, so listen, sorry, apologies, listening to the ref there. So right now, they have ruled the play a fumble recovered by Queen. Though there was some chatter there by amongst the commentators that maybe Isaiah Likely was down. Patrick Queen gave himself up, so he was tagged down by Patrick McCarry, Ravens offensive lineman. He laid on Queen there for some time, and Fitzpatrick, being a good teammate, pushed McCarry off, and then those two just got in each other's face, grabbing each other. Both men received offsetting personal fouls, and they are one more personal foul away from disqualification. Ball is spotted at the 19, Wilson. Back to pass. Wilson now. He's going to step up. He's going to run and get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Justin, excuse me, I'm force of habit here calling him Justin. Namdi Matabike. I'm probably butchering that name, but I don't really care. Matabike makes the tackle. Flag is down. And we got a hold on the defense. That is on number 2, Nate Wiggins, the rookie corner out of Clemson. Again, remember it was Wiggins who was in the middle of a scuffle earlier in the game involving Chris Boswell. And yeah, holding there on number 19, Calvin Austin. So moves the Steelers 5 more yards closer to their intended destination. Wilson, short pass here inside the 10, caught by Pat Freiermuth down at around the 8, and we're going to get a timeout here taken by the Steelers with 19 seconds remaining. So that now makes 2 timeouts remaining for both sides. Steelers trying to put up a touchdown here. If they can't get it, they'll have to settle for 3. And that was just a perfect timing. They're showing the replay here of the strip by Patrick Queen. Isaiah Likely was heading down to the ground, and just before his knee and his forearm hit the ground, Queen ripped it out. The ball popped right up in the air. It actually, I guess that's why he's playing D-line, Cam Hayward. The ball went right through his arms, and Queen fell on it. Wilson now trying to scramble around here. He's just going to toss it into the crowd. Incomplete. So 3rd down and 5 now. An incomplete pass with 14 seconds remaining. So trying to dial up your best play here on 3rd and 5 to try to get into the end zone or at least get the first down. First down marker is the 4-yard line. Timeout is taken by the Ravens. So the Ravens take their second timeout, and I think that benefits the Steelers a little. So if you're Arthur Smith, you got to get your best play call in here to get this first down. You get the first down, you stop the clock with probably around anywhere between 8 and 10 seconds left. You call your timeout, you get a chance to run one more quick play to get into the end zone, and then you call your second or your 3rd and final timeout, and you send out Boz if you don't get it. 3rd and 5 from the 8. First down marker, or excuse me, 3rd and 5 from the 9. First down marker is the 4-yard line. Cordero Patterson in the game. So is Van Jefferson, George Pickens, Calvin Austin, Pat Freiermuth. From a wide receiver stance to the backfield goes Patterson. Wilson takes the snap. And flags fly here. And the whistle is blown, and now some pushing and shoving yet again. Matabike and Isaac Seumalo. Seumalo, one of the more soft-spoken guys off the field, but he's a warrior on the field. No flags yet from that little tussle there. It's going to be on the Steelers. They blew the play dead as soon as it started, so probably a false start. And it is a false start, and that is going to be on Seumalo. So not only was Seumalo involved in a little pushing match there with Matabike, he's the one that gets flagged. And yeah, just a flinch a second too early. So 3rd and 5 turns into 3rd and 10 now from the 14. The same personnel remains on the field. Maybe a shot up top to Pickens if you can get it. And that's exactly where Wilson's going, to George Pickens in the end zone, and it's broken up by number 25, That is Tre'Davious White. Trade deadline acquisition for the Ravens. He was a former Pro Bowler with the Buffalo Bills, and then he went out to LA where things haven't really gone well for him, you know, health-wise and play-wise for White. He comes over to the Ravens, a late acquisition on trade deadline day. He gets the break up there. 32-yard field goal for Boswell is up, and it is through just inside the left post. So Chris Boswell. Once again, he's all the offense the Steelers have gotten in this first half. And now the score is 7-9, a low scoring affair after many predicted a high shootout-like game. Absolutely not the case here in the first half. That leaves 7 seconds on the clock here. We're most likely going to be getting a kick for a touchback. And then probably a kneel down from Lamar Jackson. They show Patrick Queen on the sideline. Minus one penalty that negated a sack. Patrick Queen has had a very good first half. Of course, he was very fired up coming into this one, playing against the team that drafted him. But after 4 years, didn't even offer him the opportunity to come back. $9-7, 007, the James Bond clock at the bottom of the screen. Caught by Justice Hill in the end zone and knelt down, so probably going to be getting a kneel down here. Before we go to halftime here, once again, want to say, saw up to 16 of you in here. Please be sure to like, comment, and share this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Trying to make 200 subscribers today. Last I checked, we were at 178, and we are now up another subscriber at 179. I appreciate each and every one of you who have done so. Jackson takes a knee. We're going to go to halftime. Steelers do get the ball out of half, so lots of adjustments needing to be made on both sides of the ball. We'll be back after halftime. Thank you all for joining me. Come back after half. Welcome back from halftime, everybody. Justin Tucker boots it away. It is going to go out the back of the end zone for a touchback. So, here we are. Let me adjust my scoreboard here. Third quarter. 9-7 is the score. A very low-scoring affair after many expected two offenses that have been at the top of the NFL the past month. A shootout we are not getting here today. 9-7 to score. Chris Boswell with all 9 points for the Steelers off of field goals. Steelers start with the ball. It's Russell Wilson handing off to Najee Harris. He runs into the arms of that's Broderick Washington. So a gain of only 1 there for the Steelers, and the offense has had its struggles here today. Only 76 yards passing against the worst passing defense statistically in the league, in the Ravens. And the Steelers also have yet to crack 100 total yards in the game. The Ravens just 1 yard away from cracking 200. Now Najee Harris gets a gain of about 3 here after not going down without a fight. 2 flags fly in, however. Let's see what they are. And we got an illegal use of hands to the face. A new penalty call here in this one today that has been filled with flags and personal fouls and pushing and shoving. This time it's an illegal hands to the face on Travis Jones, who you can see on the replay here, his left ankle heavily taped up. He limped off the field earlier. Yeah, he had his hand all over the face mask of Isaac Silamalo there, pushing his head back. So tack on some extra yardage and a first down as well. Handing off to Jaylen Warren. Warren will get ahead for about 3 yards. So Steelers trying to establish their running game against the top run defense in the league. Saw it coming out of halftime here. 23 of you in the live stream chat right now. Please be sure to like and share this stream. You can comment and I can pop those up and we can have a discussion here on screen. Faking the handoff is Wilson. Tosses over the middle. Caught by Warren. Warren breaking through 2 tackles before going down. He gets first down yardage. That's a first down for Jaylen Warren. Also, please, all of you who are in here right now, 21 of you, please subscribe. We are trying to make 200 subscribers before today's stream ends. I would appreciate it very much. Crossing over midfield now is the Steelers. They're at the Ravens 48. Another give to Warren. And this time he's going to be stopped for a loss of 2 back at exactly midfield. And Roquan Smith, one of the best linebacker on this Ravens team. And nobody picked up Roquan Smith there. I believe that might have been Damore Jr. And now how about this? Justin Fields is in. Justin Fields is stepping in for a play here. Empty set. It's a design quarterback run up the middle. Field slides. And he gets hit as he slides, but picks up 8 yards. And that is the first time, ladies and gentlemen, we have seen a design play for Justin Fields, and now he comes out immediately after it. So a designed quarterback run play there for Justin Fields, and it has been rumored, and we haven't seen it yet this year, but we finally, for the first time, see Justin Fields on a design play in a package just for him. Get a nice 7-yard run there. Russell Wilson now back in. Wilson making a check, takes the snap. Now toss here is caught by Warren. He had to reach back for it, but they get him stopped just before the line to gain. It'll be 4th and 1 now from the 41. And they're going to bring on Chris Boswell for a long field goal here. Steelers have taken 4 minutes off the clock here to start this half. And hopefully they're going to cap it off with a Chris Boswell field goal. He's made 3 today. This is going to be his longest from the day. A 57-yard attempt. He stands on the yellow diamond. Kick is away. It's straight, and it is true, and it is good. Chris Boswell, the Wizard of Boz, working his magic today with not 1, not 2, but 3. Not 3 either, but 4 field goals. Boswell winning the kicking matchup here today. He's 4 for 4 with field goals. Justin Tucker for the Ravens is 0 for 2. And still struggling. The offense still showing its warts, but positives. A positive with 3 points nonetheless. We'll be back after this. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Boswell is 4 for 4 with field goals here today. Kicks it off. It will not be returned. Death taxes and Chris Boswell today. Absolutely amazing stuff from him. His latest, a 57-yarder. Steelers defense and Ravens offense about to do battle yet again. This one, after just one half of football, this rivalry has been reinvigorated. It seems almost after every other play, there's a scrap, some pushing and shoving. There's drawing back and forth constantly. And now Lamar hands it off to Derrick Henry. Henry breaking through one tackle, and he will get a gain of about 6. Combination of Larry Ogunjobi and Elandon Roberts finally bring down Henry. And we're just waiting here to see something from the Steelers offense. They did bring out the Justin Fields package. Had a design quarterback run for 7 yards, so That's something to hang your hat on or possibly go back to later. Lamar hands off to Henry, and Henry is met in the backfield and dropped. It is none other than number 90, TJ Watt. What's the best way to stop a freight train? Don't let it get going to start. If Watt didn't get him, Patrick Queen was close behind. TJ Watt stonewalling Derrick Henry there before he could get going. 3rd and 6 now. Jackson back to pass. Waiting, throws, and it's wide open and caught by Mark Andrews for a first down. And Minkah Fitzpatrick, who was right behind Andrews, thankfully wrapped up his legs and got him down, or else Andrews might still be running right now. A crosser to Mark Andrews. Minkah Fitzpatrick gets a hold of his right leg before he could hit his stride and get more yardage. That is the first 3rd down conversion today by the Ravens. A design rollout to the right for Jackson. Now throwing over the middle. It is incomplete. Right off the snap, Jackson rolled right, stopped, and then threw back to his left to the middle of the field. Rashad Bateman was the intended target. He tried to basket catch it going down to the ground and went right through him. Dante Jackson at the bottom of the screen, lineup with Nelson Aguilar, Beanie Bishop on Zay Flowers. This is a design run for Lamar. Lamar is not going to get first down yardage. A good run for him nonetheless. 6 yards, maybe 7 in a cloud of dust right there. For Jackson, it'll be 3rd and 3. Steelers needing a 3rd down. The crowd rants up once again. 1 for 6 on 3rd down conversions for the Ravens today. Neither team has been well on 3rd down, but the Ravens are going to pick it up here with Derrick Henry. A run up the gut for just enough yardage. 1st and 10 yet again for the Ravens. TJ Watt was out on that rep. It was Nick Herbig in the trade acquisition, Preston Smith, filling in for Watt on that play. Derrick Henry now 11 rushes for an even 60 yards and a tud. Jackson back to pass. Jackson flushes, throws, and it is caught here by Patrick Ricard, the fullback. And he is slammed down by Cam Hayward. Looks like Ricard, who is for the most part a blocking fullback, caught that ball, was probably flat-footed or didn't know what to do with it once he caught it. Nonetheless, it's a gain of 6. And the Ravens coming out in a jumbo package here. Multiple tight ends. Isaiah Likely motions. It's a toss here to Derrick Henry. Henry is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Great read there by the Steelers. And the main disruptors on that play was Deshaun Elliott, and the one who made the tackle on Henry, yet again, is Patrick Queen, the 2 Ravens doing damage. But there's a penalty, and it's on the defense, offsides. And it is the Wisconsin man, Nick Herbig. He was too antsy, eager to get into the backfield. He read the play coming and was just inching over the line, inched too far. So, a big play for the Steelers, yet again wiped out by a penalty. The Ravens get a new set of downs now at the Steelers 36. Faking the toss is Lamar. Lamar waiting. Lamar's going to toss, and it's going to be incomplete. He faked the handoff to Henry and rolled out to the right. And TJ Watt was in his face immediately. Lamar trying to juke to buy himself a little bit more time, but he just got rid of it and tossed it to Nelson Aguilar. But it was incomplete, covered by Joey Porter Jr. And now Joey Porter Jr. is down. He is sitting, arms on his knees. Looks like they are looking at his right leg here. Not a good sign for Joey Porter Jr., who's been Steelers' second-round pick from last season. He is going to gingerly walk on that right leg off the field. Now he's doing a light jog, so hopefully nothing too major there. Maybe he just sits out a play or two. Looked like he was, he spun around Nelson Aguilar, and maybe he had his leg get caught there and didn't go down immediately, and then he finally ended up sitting down so he could get looked at. But now it is 2nd and 10. Hopefully Porter is all right. James Pierre is in the game now. He's on Zay Flowers. Do not like that matchup. He's traveling with him. And now Jackson slips and falls, and now he throws, and it's incomplete. 3rd and 10 now. Lamar Jackson dropped back to pass. I was paying attention to Pierre running with Flowers, and yeah, he just slipped on the midfield logo, and that is very interesting. Deshaun Elliott and Nick Herbig were the ones back there. Very interesting that Lamar Jackson just slipped on the midfield logo. Pitt played Clemson last night at Acrisure Stadium, and it was just this morning that they finally repainted the center field logo. Real quick, Jackson back to pass with time. Jump throws, and it is incomplete. I think it was incomplete. It hit the turf, it looked like. They're going to act as if it's a catch. Justin Hill got up to the 30-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 4 here. Patrick Queen shook up a little bit. Let's see. And yeah, now they call it an incomplete pass. I was about to say, that looked like it touched the ground, and yeah, that is a very clear incompletion there. But back to the point I was making. Last night, Pitt played Clemson at Acrisure Stadium, and it was just this morning that I saw on Twitter they got around to repainting the center field logo. This was about maybe 3 or 4 hours before game time. I was wondering if it would be dry enough in time. Haven't really seen that much of an issue until now. I wonder if maybe that's why Lamar slipped. Now a 54-yard attempt from Justin Tucker. The kick is up, and it is good. So Justin Tucker, after missing from 47 and 50 yards away, he finally nails one, and it is the longest of the day for him. 54 yards, and the game has now reached a unusual score of 12-7. So with that, the Steelers defense, gets a stop, holds them to 3, and hopefully the offense can figure something out. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A very unusual score of 12-10 in favor of Pittsburgh right now. Justin Tucker just made his first field goal of the game after missing his first 2 attempts. And a touchback here hits just beyond the goal line and bounces through for a touchback. Again, real quick, 22 of you in here right now. Let me do a quick check here. We are at 182 subscribers. Thank you all for subscribing. I appreciate it very much. We're trying our best to make 200 subscribers here today. Also, feel free to like and share the stream, and you can comment and we can interact that way. I can pop those up on the screen. So thank you guys for subscribing, those of you who have and who have been. Faking the handoff here is Wilson. Now a quick toss out to Najee Harris, past the line of scrimmage and getting about a hard-fought 3 yards there. Maybe a 4-yard pickup. They do give him 4 yards. 2nd and 6. Just under 6 minutes left to go in this third quarter of play. What was, in some minds, expected to be a high-scoring affair between these two offenses who have hit their strides past couple of weeks has been everything but that. Now Najee jumping up past the line of scrimmage and past the first down marker. Najee Harris galloping like a horse, taking a body or two with him along the way. But there's a flag down, and Najee looks up to the sky like, are you kidding me? And it is going to be a hold called on Broderick Jones, who's been a focal point here today. Not necessarily for penalties, but for being in the middle of lots of scraps. He had a hold of Trenton Simpson, the linebacker out of Clemson there. So, no first down there. The Steelers move backwards. 2nd and 16 from their 23.5-yard line. Taking the snap is Wilson. Now fires to the 30 is George Pickens, and Pickens stayed on his feet, and he got the first down. George Pickens spinning off a tackle there, and he picks up first down yardage. Good move by Jorgito Pickens, NFL young boy out of Georgia. Was officially knocked out by Darius Washington there. And maybe he'll just get the line to gain. He stepped out at exactly the line to gain. 6 receptions for 45 yards for Pickens. Quick toss here to Jaylen Warren. Warren fights through contact around the line of scrimmage and gets ahead. Gain of 4. Giving a game update now. Minnesota Vikings, they take a commanding 23-10 lead over the the Tennessee Titans, excuse me. Wilson faking the handoff. Now tosses out the screen for Jaylen Warren. Warren running upfield and getting first down, and then more. Warren bear crawling on 3 limbs there for a second. Getting a first down, a 12-yard pickup for Jaylen Warren. Isaac Seumalo and Mason McCormick, the 2 guards on the Steelers' offensive line, getting out to block there on that screen. It results in a first down, and the Steelers are in the Ravens' territory. Wilson is 17 for 25 for a $121. Warren now gets the handoff again. Holding onto that ball with 2 arms. He'll get a gain of about 4 or 5. Hard hit taken on the play, but it'll be 2nd and 5. Now around 3 minutes left in the third quarter. real time-consuming drives by both teams to start this half of play. Ben Skoranek is in the game. He's moving around. And once again, he motions. Hand off to Warren. And made one man miss who was diving at him. And he got a gain of about 3, but Broderick Jones looks like he's going to get flagged yet again here. Flag came in to Jones. He was lined up with Matabike, I think. And the flag flew in late. Jones turning back to the official, wondering what he did. Arguing with the official. Let's see here. And Jones taking down Matabike there. That's going to get called every time. Score update at the bottom of the screen. 14-14 in the fourth quarter. That's New Orleans and Cleveland, hoping New Orleans can just continue to sink the Browns. Now a deep shot, a moon ball here. It's caught by George Pickens! Inside the 20! And there's the big shot we've been waiting for against this Ravens secondary. Russell Wilson laying it up, telling George Pickens to go get it. A stop and go against Brendan Stevens. And great job there by Pickens, not letting the defensive back know when the ball was coming late hands. What a great attribute that in a 12, down to the 12-yard line. It's what we've been waiting for. Let's see if they can continue. A pitch here to Najee Harris. He runs up the middle there for 4 yards. And now after the play, Darnell Washington and number 95, Robinson. I believe that's Tavius Robinson. I think he's a rookie. Going back to my draft scouting there. Those two come face to face. Now, Connor Hayward moving all around in motion. Wilson under center. Najee Harris in the backfield. Hayward motions again. Handoff to Harris running left. And he's going to get wrapped up at the line of scrimmage by Roquan Smith. Another play for him like that. He's having a good day here. Steelers not picking up him in the blocking assignment. And yet again, that's what happened earlier in the game there. They show on the replay, Dan Moore Jr. could not get quick enough to Roquan Smith to get a block and give Najee Harris a chance to get more yardage. Now Wilson to pass, throwing out wide here, and it is incomplete. Off the hands of Van Jefferson. Should have made the catch. It was an out route in 4th and 6, and now another field goal attempt probably coming here, and that's a catch Van Jefferson's got to make. And my question is where has Mike Williams been? No targets, no receptions. I've barely seen Mike Williams on the field yet today, and we're in crunch time now. Up by 2 points. We got to get Williams involved. Tip shot field goal, 27-yarder for Boswell is up, and it is good, automatic. He is, and now a 15-10 lead for the Steelers. We'll be back in a matter of moments. Steelers defense and the Ravens offense do battle again. And we are back once again. 34 of you now in here right now. A new high for the day. Please, first off, welcome. Appreciate each and every one of you here. If you're here, like, share, and comment on this stream. And please subscribe. Trying to reach 200 subscribers here today. This is Payton Mitchell, I believe. And flags fly here on that return. Ben Skoranek in on the tackle. He's had a good day, minus a false start on a punt earlier in the game. 51 seconds remaining. And this will be a hold on linebacker Najee Harris. And that is an awesome sign there. Special teams collection, Danny Smith and his gang. I love that. Danny Smith has become an absolute rock star in this town. Steelers special teams, one of the best in the league this year. And you can tell his players fight for him and they love him. And it's shown in return. So now the Ravens are backed up inside their own 15 here at the 14. Zay Flowers in motion, faking the jet sweep to him. Derrick Henry will get 5 yards. Cam Hayward wrapping up Henry there as he was reaching the second level on that play. It's officially a 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6. Henry today, 64 yards and a touchdown on 12 attempts. Patrick Ricard, the fullback, is in motion, moving from the right of the formation to the left. Snap, handoff to Henry again, who is going to be met here. Who came in like a missile? That is Elandon Roberts. Welcome to the party, Rob. Larry Ogunjobi had Henry wrapped up, but Roberts just shooting in there like a missile. He gives Ogunjobi some reinforcements there, and like that, that is how the third quarter ends, with a thud. And welcome here, Katrina. Can you show the real game? Unfortunately, I cannot, Katrina. That's a whole lot of copyright stuff. I actually had some issues with, just having the volume up too high before. So I appreciate your offer. If I could, I would, but fortunately cannot show the TV at all. Can't share my screen here if I were to have it on my computer or anything like that. But I appreciate you asking. Appreciate you commenting and interacting with me. I hope you subscribe to the channel. We are now at 183. So slowly, methodically, hopefully the Steelers can show here, trickling our way up there. I appreciate you all. We'll be back in a minute after this commercial. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Terrible towels are waving. Not sure if that was a renegade, but I'm going to throw along with them. Crucial 3rd down and 6 here. They're pointing, and they get the flag. Dante Jackson and Joey Porter Jr. were both pointing at either Zay Flowers. Yeah, they were pointing at Zay Flowers, saying he moved, and they get the penalty. So the Ravens backing up on 3rd down. Great job there by Porter and Dante Jackson to make a big hullabaloo about it. Yep. Little flinch from Zay Flowers gets called, and now it is 3rd and 11. TJ Watt. They're coming after Jackson. He rolls out to the right, scrambling, trying to find his way free, and he's going to be out of bounds and sacked. Great job there. It was all 3 of the Steelers outside linebackers, TJ Watt, Nick Herbig, and Preston Smith, who were after Jackson there. Smith, and yep, Jackson goes out of bounds. And how about that? 4th and 13. Ravens are now backed up. Their punter Stout stands in the middle of their end zone. Steelers might bring pressure. They rush 6, and they almost get the block. Kick is away, and Austin's going to have room to return from the 30. Shaking and baking, and he gets hit hard by Kolar, the backup tight end, as Austin gets a gain of maybe just under or around 10 yards there. But a good stop on 3rd down by the Steelers. Great poise and composure by Preston Smith and TJ Watt to flush Jackson towards the sidelines and eventually get him out of bounds. He was dancing. He eventually got the ball off. He stepped out of bounds and still threw the ball. So he was trying his best to get rid of the ball, but great coverage all around by the Steelers defense there. Now can the offense finally get something going from their 32? Najee Harris in the backfield. Mike Williams in motion from right to left. Wilson had his pass. He tried to feed Darnell Washington there. And Adisa Isaac and Tavius Robinson, 2 rookies there, knocked down the pass. Not sure that play would have gone far anyway. Darnell Washington started as a blocker on that play, and he would have had to turn and got upfield quickly to get positive yardage. And now we have a quick stoppage of play here. Roquan Smith is slow to get up for the Ravens. That could be a huge loss. He's going to need to come out for at least one play. He seems to be walking fine. Maybe just had a minor stinger or a cramp. Maybe just some small bruise there. Hopefully he's all right. As much as you love the rivalry and the chippiness, no severe injuries yet today. Wilson with Harris to his right. Takes the snap, hand off to Najee. Najee finds the hole and gets ahead for a good gain there of 6 yards. It'll be 3rd down and manageable here for the Steelers. Justin Matabike. Sorry, I did it again. See, I keep on doing this. He changed his name to like his ethnic name this past offseason. It's Nnamdi. I apologize for not being able to pronounce it, but here we go. 3rd and 5. Steelers are 1 for 11 on 3rd down conversions today. Both teams have been abysmal in this department. Throw over the middle is caught, and oh my goodness. Ouch. George Pickens, hopefully he's all right, and he appears to be fine. Oh my goodness. I hope he's all right. George Pickens made the catch for a 1st down, but his leg got bent backward, and okay, that doesn't look nearly as bad. Hopefully he's all right. He's going to come off and maybe get looked at. Great catch there. Hand strength by George Pickens. Tackle made by Kyle Hamilton and Tre'Davious White, and George Pickens looked like he got bent by like a pretzel there, but looks to be okay. He's off for this play at least. Handoff to Jaylen Warren. Warren shimmying and shaking his way forward. Good gain there of around 7 yards. So, and Warren going to be hearing from his mother after the game. Mike's picked up good old F-bomb right there from Jaylen Warren. Now on the 48 of the Ravens, another handoff to Warren and another first down for the Steelers. And Ben Skoranek here and Marlon Humphrey getting into it. No flag thrown. And Evan Washburn reporting here, Roquan Smith without a helmet on the sideline, was in the blue medical tent earlier, but was back in there moments ago. He's standing on the sideline without a helmet. Mike Williams seeing more action now. I guess they must have heard me saying, where the hell is he out there? Ben Skoranek and George Pickens are the other two receivers. Wilson firing over the middle. It's caught by big Darnell Washington, and he's inside the 20. There's a big strike up the middle of the field, hitting the 6'7", 300-pound tight end off of a tough snap to handle there. It was wide a little bit. The snap from Frazier to Wilson. Wilson handled it and hit Washington over the middle. Steelers now back in the red zone. Russell Wilson completing 2 of every 3rd pass. Williams in motion, stops. Handing off to Najee Harris. Harris started running right, running left. He's got first down and more. He's still chugging. Najee Harris, he's fighting and he gets down inside the 5. Mason McCormick is fired up with Najee. And the bull out of Alabama will not go down. Let's see. He made Marlon Humphrey and Broderick Washington run into each other. Fought off Darius Washington for another 2 or 3 yards. Stiff-arming him as much as he could. And the Steelers got first down yardage from the 6. Wilson. Handoff to Najee. Najee trying to spin away from the tackle attempt of Malik Harrison. And he's only got back to the line of scrimmage. No gain there. And now Evan Washburn officially reporting that Roquan Smith is out. So the Ravens lose their best linebacker and their field general in the middle of that defense for the remainder of the game. 9:50 remaining and counting down. Roquan Smith is out with a hamstring. 2 tight ends at the top of the screen with Calvin Austin. That's Freiermuth and Washington. Austin motions out of there. Wilson looking to pass. Moving to his left. Wilson now just tosses it literally almost into the first row. 3rd and goal now. Steelers, just as much as they're trying here, they are struggling mightily to find the end zone today. 15 points, as you see there, all of them off the leg of Boswell, and it's not for lack of just like, it's not like the Steelers are just getting into field goal range. They've gotten to the red zone 2 or 3 times today and have yet to convert. Pickens one-on-one at the top of the screen, line up against Tre'Davious White. Looks like they tried that matchup earlier. It was incomplete. Might be going there again. Is Wilson. He's looking there. He holds. Wilson moving around. Evades off Owe. Now he's going to lob it up, and it's going to be intercepted. Are you kidding me? What was that? Russ Wilson evaded the sack, ran out to the right. He lobbed one up for Darnell Washington. Washington I don't know if he didn't see it or he didn't think he was getting the ball. That's got to be an all or nothing ball, Russ. He tossed it. And Marlon Humphrey, with as easy of an interception as you're going to see, honestly, him or Kyle Hamilton, probably either of them could have climbed down with it. And the Steelers, Russell Wilson, they shoot themselves in the foot in the fourth quarter of a one-score game. And instead of, at the very least, making it a 3-point game, or excuse me, at the very least, instead of making it an 8-point game, tacking on 3, they walk away with nothing, and the Ravens are going to get the ball at the 20-yard line. We'll be back in a moment. Unbelievable. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And just like that, they come back from commercial break, and Lamar Jackson's got a first down run up the left sideline. I think that might have been a design quarterback run. Unsure. They came back in on the play late, and not good. Joey Porter's limping off the field, and now he's down on the sideline. Porter looked, hopefully that's just a cramp. Porter was down on the field earlier, and now he's off the field here. James Pierre comes back on in relief. And just like that, the Ravens move from the 20 to the 45 in one play. Lamar faking the handoff to Henry. Still looking. Now he gets it out to Henry, and Henry's got blockers and a first down. Lamar Jackson evaded the pressure, and a flag is down, and Lamar Jackson just got up off the turf. Hopefully this isn't roughing the passer. And now it's coming back. Good news, the penalty is on the Ravens for an eligible man downfield, and the play is coming back. Bad news is that Steelers' second-year defensive tackle, Keanu Benton, is down as well. So back-to-back plays, the Steelers lose second-year defensive players. Joey Porter Jr. on the sideline with what hopefully a cramp, looking at his calf area. And now Keanu Benton's down as well. Looks like an injury or timeout for injury. We'll be back too. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Steelers defensive players dropping like flies right now. Back-to-back plays. Second-year players, Joey Porter Jr., Keanu Benton come off the field. It's 1st and 15 for the Ravens. Lamar chucking one up here for Justice Hill, and he makes the catch. But hang on. Is that an interception? Hold up here. They're blowing the whistle. It looked like it was caught for a moment by Justice Hill. Payton Wilson, and they're giving the Steelers the ball. It's picked off. It's the rookie, Payton Wilson. Oh, my goodness, and it was a no-look interception. What an interception from Payton Wilson, the rookie out of NC State. He was trailing Hill. Hill turned around to catch the ball. Wilson just stuck up his arm instinctually. And as they both were falling down, Wilson ripped the ball away for the INT. What an insane turn of events. Payton Wilson, play of the game. They're going to look at it here. They're talking it over. Gene Steratore is talking at it. That Steelers ball from their own 36. What a play. And now a penalty on the Ravens defense here for 12 men on the field real quick. Lots of people's in the chat right now. Aviaki, cheers from Dallas, Texas. Appreciate you joining me all the way down there in the South. I appreciate it. Much love from Pittsburgh down there to Dallas. 313 Thug Boss. Russell Wilson will keep you guys out of playoffs. Washington should have jumped for that ball. He's 6'7". And, okay, don't let Russ lose it again. I mean, I agree. I think that's both on Russ and Washington. That interception. That ball's got to be, like, an all or nothing ball for your guy. It's got to be, like, way more towards the back line of the end zone so that Humphrey can at least have a hope of landing out of bounds. Run up the middle here for Najee is good for 4 yards. And, I mean, now's the time. I mean, we had the same situation go on, I believe it was maybe Monday Night Football 3 weeks ago against the Giants. Russell Wilson had a turnover, and then he came back, I think, with a touchdown drive. So hopefully we're getting more of that here. A touchdown would put the Ravens in a really, really bad spot with 7:40 remaining and counting down here left in this ball game. 2nd and 6, Wilson rolling, now hits Najee Harris, and he is going to be tackled. And now he's finally down. Nate Wiggins came flying in from his cornerback spot to chop off Harris at the legs there. I think Najee might have stayed up, but anyway, it's 3rd and 7 now. Seven minutes. Now on the clock. Harris to Wilson's right. Taking the snap as Wilson back to pass. Wilson fires over the middle, and it's caught by Washington. And 3-1-3. I think Darnell Washington maybe hearing your criticism here. He makes the catch and gets the Steelers up past midfield. His second catch like that up the middle of the field. Now into Ravens territory at their 44. Wilson faking does give the pitch here to Warren. Warren shakes off one guy, almost a tackle of loss. But Warren shakes free and gets positive yardage. Turning what could have been chicken, you-know-what, in the chicken salad. Another person in the chat, don't hate, appreciate. Let's get it, Wilson. I agree. Hopefully, Russ, using his veteran savvy and experience here, can get the Steelers a very elusive touchdown today. I mean, not many people coming into this one would have said that just under 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, there will be one total touchdown between both teams. But here we are. Pitch out here to Warren. He's been good today. Warren gets the first down yardage. Jaylen Warren running with his hair on fire right now. Takes another pitch for another first down. It is now approaching 5 minutes when this next play will happen left in the ball game. Steelers hopefully controlling, getting points on the board, hopefully a touchdown, and giving the Ravens the ball back with little time left on the clock. Payton Wilson on the sideline. I still cannot get over that interception he just made. One of the most crazy interceptions you will see this season in the NFL. Harris runs into a sea of bodies. Only a gain of 1, maybe 2 at most there. 33 people in the chat. One more time as this game winds down. I want to thank you all for joining me here today. Now I know people are joining from as far as Dallas, Texas. That's awesome. But thank you all for joining me. Please like and share this stream. You can comment as these beautiful people here have been doing so far. You can comment. We can pop those up on the screen and have a discussion. Also, please subscribe. Trying to reach 200 today. High snap. Bobbled a little bit. And a quick pass out here for Calvin Austin. And that play is going to be a loss. And that was really just dead from the get-go. A snap from Zach Frazier. A bit high and outside. Wilson had to reach up like this to get it. Bobbled it for a second and passed it out for Austin. Now Wilson's going to chuck up a deep ball here for George Pickens, and it is incomplete. Pickens and Tre'Davious White, they were tangled up the whole way there. And yeah, I mean, Pickens was looking for a pass, but I think that's just, unfortunately, both men just too tangled up. Both men fighting for position there on that lob up by Wilson. Pickens using his right arm trying to catch that ball. White was almost close to intercepting that more than Pickens was to catching it, but it falls incomplete, thankfully. It was not another end zone interception. A 50-yard attempt for Chris Boswell to put the Steelers up by 8. Snap down. Kick is up, and it is good. It started left. It came back to the right a little bit. And Chris Boswell, unbelievable. 6. You can't even count them on one hand. 6 field goals today for the Wizard of Oz, and he gives the Steelers a huge field goal there to make it an 8-point game. So the Ravens, even if they score a touchdown and get the extra point, they will not take the lead in the game. That's huge. And with now, I think, I didn't even check the clock, maybe around 4 minutes left, hopefully the Steelers defense can make a stand one more time. We'll be back for what should be a thrilling finish. 26 of you I see right here. Please like, comment, and share this video. We are at 184 subscribers. I appreciate you all that have subscribed, and I will appreciate you all who, if you will subscribe. Thank you very much. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Kickoff from Boswell is fielded inside the landing zone and brought out by Keaton Mitchell up near the 30-yard line. So would have been in the same spot had Bos just kicked it through the back of the end zone. And now Kane for the Ravens is down on the field. After that, maybe they're looking at his left ankle, 3:29 stands between the Steelers and their first divisional victory of the season in what has been your typical Ravens Steelers game. You know, many people predicted two high-flying offenses that people expected to have a lot of points scored in this game have been exactly the opposite. It's your usual Steelers-Ravens game, low scoring, defense first. And neither team has done really anything flashy because these teams know each other like the back of their hand. Real quick, 3-1-3 again. Red zone failures will cost this team. I agree. I mean, I'm interested. They've had what? 3 or 4, maybe even more trips to the red zone today, and not a single one of them has contributed in a touchdown. That is not going to do it. But I mean, if you can walk out with the victory here today, it teaches you one thing, that sometimes your defense, that the Steelers can win on offense, putting up, 37 points a game like they have the past few weeks up until this game. And sometimes your defense is going to bail you out when you're struggling. That's something that's callous. That's going to give you guys, toughen you guys up for, down the road. It's obviously something they need to work on, but it's something that, the defense can hang their hat on, like say, hey, we can help prevent this. Now back to the game. 1st and 10 from the 31. Lamar Jackson throws, and it is batted down. How about that? Cam Hayward. A basketball-style block right there. He just absolutely swatted that with his big bare paw. And this season for Cam Hayward, after an injury-filled last year, Cam Hayward has turned in what, up to this point, if he can stay healthy and keep this up, an all-pro level performance this year. Nick Herbig off the edge. Now Lamar Jackson dancing around. He evades. He's still moving. People trying to get him. Now fires, and it is incomplete. Oh my goodness. Lamar Jackson just escaped sacks from damn near all four rushers of that Steelers rush. He got away from Herbig. He got away from Ogunjobi. He got away from Hayward. And he threw it, and a wide open Zay Flowers just dropped it. Went to catch it with his hands. I think it went right through his hands and hit him in the chest. Wow. What a break for the Steelers. 10 for 27 is Lamar Jackson today for 133 and an interception. Jackson fires, caught by Bateman. He's got first down yardage. Minkah Fitzpatrick and Beanie Bishop in coverage. So the Ravens get a first down here with 3 minutes now remaining in this game. Preston Smith was in on that last play as a defensive end, so you've seen quite a bit now. All three outside linebackers, and Smith, Herbig, and Watt out there. Watt now off. Jackson throws. It's caught here by Likely, and Likely is going to be tackled down. Not sure if they're going to give him the first down. And they do give him the first down now with 2.5 minutes remaining. Ravens now have the ball just past midfield into Steeler territory. At the Steelers, 47.5. Ravens moving with pace here. Jackson fakes the toss out, and he's going to try to run up the middle. That was a design quarterback run, and he's tackled there by Dean Lowry. What a play there. And now they are going to wind it down, and 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is the 2-minute warning. So it's coming down to this. 2 minutes left. The Steelers and Ravens in a one-score game down to the final drive. Who would have thought? I'll answer that, everybody. We'll be back in a matter of moments for a highlight-worthy finish, I'm sure. Welcome back. 2 minutes. Steelers up by 8. All 3 timeouts remain for both teams. 2nd and 10. Lamar takes the snap, drops to the back, the pass deep, throws, and it is caught on a short pass over the middle to Justice Hill. And he this time hangs onto the ball with Patrick Queen ripping away at it. And it is now 3rd and 3. Jackson. Oh, TJ Watt almost got Jackson. Now takes a shot here, and it is caught by Nelson Aguilar. Are you kidding me? Flag is down, however. Lamar Jackson, TJ Watt almost had Jackson tripped up, and he got rid of it. Let's see what the flag is. It's an illegal man downfield on the Ravens. The Ravens, instead of being down near the 5-yard line, an illegal man downfield. Yeah, and just about their whole offensive line was downfield there. Now it's 3rd and 9. From the Steelers 46. Who is going to be the hero in this one? Jackson back to pass. Moving around. Here comes Nick Herbig. Jackson gets rid of it. It's caught by Justice Hill. Hill running up the left sideline. He got first down yardage and more. And down near the 20-yard line. Patrick Queen makes the tackle. But Justice Hill, Lamar Jackson keeps the play alive just enough for Justice Hill to get open. And Patrick Queen tackles Hill. They ruled him out of bounds at the 24, so not quite in the red zone yet. All passes this drive. Another one here from Jackson is caught by Tylan Wallace. And he now officially gets the Ravens inside the red zone. A 5 or 6 yard catch and out of bounds with 1:11 to go. Second and 2. Russell Wilson getting ready in case the Steelers offense needs to go back out there. Second and 2. Jackson fakes the handoff to Hill. Now fires to the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown, Zay Flowers. Dante Jackson was one-on-one with Flowers, and there was separation between the two. I think Dante Jackson wanted a push-off, and there might have been a case for a push-off there. It was a small one, but still, Flowers wide open, gets to the end zone, and now we're still not done yet. The Ravens need a 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. 18-16 with 1:06 on the clock. Jackson and flags, whistles here. Timeout is taken by the Steelers there first, so Mike Tomlin wants to make sure his defense is ready. With this time, I'm going to update my score board here. There's your score right now as it stands for the time being. Joey Porter Jr. still on the sideline. I don't think he's come back into the game yet, dealing with a leg injury. I don't think neither has Keanu Benton either. So the Steelers' depth on defense being tested in this one. One more time before this final play. 32 of you in here. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Trying to make 200 here today. We were at 185 last time I checked. Also, feel free to like and share this video, and you can comment. I can interact with you here. Now the 2-point conversion. From the 2, Jackson, it's a design quarterback run. He's running. He's running, and he's going to flip it up in the air, and it's picked up by an offensive lineman, and it's short. The Steelers get the stop. It was a designed quarterback run all the way, and Jackson, just with a prayer, flicked it up in the air. Joey Porter Jr. was in on the play for that one. And the Steelers, there's PV Sr. up in the press box, watching his baby boy get the stop. He's the one who wrapped up Jackson. And the Steelers, that much closer to victory. A huge, whatever adjective you want to use, the Steelers get the stop on the 2-point conversion. It remains a 2-point game, 18-16. The Ravens have all 3 timeouts remaining, so they do have the option to kick this ball away. 1:06 left on the clock. Baltimore's probably going to kick it away and try to get their team to get 3 stops. Let's wait on the decision here. They're taking their time here, and they're going to kick it away. So the Ravens are going to rely on their defense here. Probably going to be a touchback here from Tucker, and then the defense is going to need, for the Ravens, the defense is going to need 3 stops. If the Steelers get 1 first down, it's over. Back in the chat here. Let's go. Defense wins championship. F the Ravens. All that good stuff. The encapsulation of the entire Steelers nation in those 3 comments right there. Tucker running up, and he boots it away. No return. This is almost in the first row of the seats. And now does Russell Wilson, who for the 2nd consecutive game hasn't had his best performance. Does he have a little bit magic in him here to get the Steelers a first down? Najee Harris, Jaylen Warren, Cordero Patterson, whoever, do they have enough strength to carry the Steelers to victory here? 10 yards separates the Steelers between giving the ball back to the Ravens and sitting alone atop the AFC North at 8-2. Wilson under center. The handoff to Harris. Harris awkwardly just dives to the line of scrimmage there. Not sure he was going, not sure if there was somebody there. Probably was. Najee, just without taking any contact, dives, and the Ravens will burn their first time out. Quick subscriber count. We are now at 186. Thank you to whoever just subscribed to the channel. Once again, read the ticker below if you can. Trying to make 200 subs. I don't think we will get there today. Can we make 190, though? I think that might be gettable. If we can make 190, I will take it for today. We started at, I believe it was 176 or 177. Now we're up to 185. I appreciate it. And before this game ends, I'll tell you here after this play, Wilson now with Harris to his left. Hands it off to Najee. No, it's Fields. That was Justin Fields. Fields is going to get the first down, maybe. He slid down. Timeout taken. Justin Fields slid before the first down. He stays up. He gets it. Oh, no. Oh, no. The Steelers are a yard short. Justin Fields started his slide too soon. The Steelers are short of the win by a yard. Oh, my goodness. For the 2nd time today, Justin Fields comes into the game. And on both times, it was a quarterback run He's just got to lower his shoulder there and run through the guy at the sticks. He's short by a yard. Wide receiver Ben Skoranek knew it. So 3rd and 1 now. And it looks like it's a long 1 yard too. For those of you who subscribed and have joined me here for the first time today, thank you very much for subscribing, liking the video, and commenting here. Please be sure to check back. I do weekday episodes recapping news of the Steelers, Penguins, and Pirates. Trying to get my views up for those daily videos. I'd appreciate it if you check those out. Those usually come out sometime either in the early evening or sometime at night. Not too late. I think my latest one I've posted so far is like around 10 o'clock, but I usually try to get those out somewhere in between. If it's a short day of news, around 6 o'clock. If it's a later day, 7 or 8, maybe even 9. But I appreciate it all. I appreciate you all if you would check those out, get those views up as well, and share those. Trying to grow the channel as much as possible. Now 3rd and 1. Justin Fields is in at quarterback yet again. Harris to his left. Fields hands it off to Najee. Najee's fighting. Did he get there? We'll see. Timeout's taken by Harbaugh. And it's a 1st down for the Steelers. Let's go. Najee Harris running angry one final time, and the Steelers are going to walk away with the W. Unbelievable. The Steelers and Justin Fields, who came in for the final 2 snaps of the game. Najee Harris takes it home. Couple kneel downs, and this one is over. The Steelers, in their first divisional game of the year, in week 11, the first of 4 straight divisional games, they take down the high-flying Baltimore Ravens. They trim their wings. And the Ravens fall to 7-4. The Steelers improve to 8-2, and they alone are kings of the North this season. Wilson takes the knee. 10 seconds remaining. Two safeties there. Minkah Fitzpatrick and Kyle Hamilton, respect. Stabbing up. It was ugly. It was chippy. It was low scoring. But the Steelers are going to walk out with the victory. There, ladies and gentlemen, is your final score. Steelers 18, Baltimore 16 in a drag them down, knock them out affair. And I am left almost without words here. The Steelers, they needed to get off to a good start. Congratulations for, can I call you Avi? I'm not sure if I can say Aviaki or AVI-AKI. Regardless, thank you very much for joining me all the way from Texas. I appreciate that very much. But the Steelers, they get away with the victory. And yet again, people are going to flock to Twitter and all of that. Once again, Lamar Jackson, the Steelers have his book. He's now 1-4 against the black and gold. I'm losing my voice, but it's all right. The Steelers take home the win. They sit alone atop the AFC North. the entire team needs to pay Chris Boswell to take his wife and his family out for a very expensive dinner tonight. If I am them, he definitely gets a game ball. I think Justin Fields may end up getting a game ball for his performance. Not today, but Justin Fields mimicking Lamar Jackson throughout the week in Steelers practice, getting this team prepared for today's game, and then coming in for 2 big runs. One was a first down, and then the one got it to 3rd and 1, even though he could have gotten the first. But regardless, I think he's going to get a game ball. But ugly offensive performance from the Steelers. They need to figure things out still. They've sort of dropped down. Coming from the Lions, then, oh, you're a Lions fan. Oh, well, congratulations on all your success today. I saw the Lions just absolutely dismantle. Like, what's the proper word you would have for the Lions win today? It was 52 to what, 6 or 9 over the Jags? And 313, if you have the time, go check out my video in my YouTube channel here. I believe it was here, let me find it out. It was about a month ago. If you go into my channel and you click on the video sections, you'll see one headline. It's got Najee Harris injured, but all right behind it, it's got terrible towel curse is real. Go check that out, because the Jacksonville Jaguars, you guys are a part of the terrible towel curse, because they last year, I believe, they beat us in Pittsburgh, but they stole our terrible towels and were disrespecting them. And since then, I believe they only have like 4 wins, and they lost last year at the end of the year to get the Steelers into playoffs last season. But I mean, I get so much joy watching the Jaguars. I mean, I take it just as much as, watching an AFC North team go down, appreciating the Jags losing. But okay, I'll check it out. Thank you very much, brother. And thank you all. I'm going to sign off for the day now. I'm going to catch my breath. Maybe keep an eye on this Kansas City Buffalo Bills game. Hopefully the Bills can win here, because I would selfishly love to watch that Christmas Day game between the Steelers and Chiefs and have that game be for, who's the first seed in the AFC. But also, 313, before you log off, if you haven't already, best of luck to your Lions. I feel absolutely devastated for Aiden Hutchinson and his injury a couple weeks ago. But if I had to saddle up with a team out in the NFC, it's definitely them. And I think a Lions-Steelers Super Bowl would feed families. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for me today. Almost 4 hours here. We went from 177 subscribers to 187. So got 10 new subscribers today. I appreciate you all who subscribed very, very much, and all of you who have subscribed. And let's keep it rolling, trying to make it 200 here soon. Who you got, Chiefs or Bills? Chiefs or Bills? You know what? I'm going to pick Buffalo, because it seems like the Chiefs are due for a comeuppance. And I think that Buffalo, they're going to get their one victory against Kansas City. And then if they meet in playoffs again, Buffalo's probably going to falter like they always do to the Chiefs. But I think Buffalo might get this one. And really, I'm hoping Buffalo gets this one, because I got James Cook and Josh Allen in fantasy. And I don't think he's starting today. I also added Khalil Shakir to my squad a couple of weeks ago, so I kind of need a big game from that duo. So hopefully then, Chiefs over Bills. See, you can go either way. It's a coin toss. And just like that, it's intercepted. Who was that? Number 9. Taylor Rapp just intercepted Patrick Mahomes to start the game. Wow. Okay. So that's how that game's starting. I'm going to go watch that. Thank you all for joining me here today. I appreciate you all so much for you who have watched and subscribed here today. Please, like I said, check out my other content that I make in my videos. And also be on the lookout as I post daily videos on during weekdays. Check those out too, trying to get my numbers up for that. Thank you, Avi, saying bye all the way from Dallas, Texas. That's amazing. Thank you all so much. I appreciate and love you all for joining me today. Steelers win 18-16. They alone sit atop the AFC North. And we'll be back for some daily weekday videos, and maybe we'll see you guys back here next weekend for a live stream. I don't know. That's to be decided. But thank you all for joining me. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy watching some football, knowing that the Steelers and 313 in the comments for the Lions. Enjoy watching the rest of today's games. And if you watch Sunday Night Football tonight, root against the Bengals too. Root for the Chargers to beat the Bengals. We love Cincinnati Tears here. Thank you all for subscribing and watching. Love you all. Peace. Have a good day.